Manuel Ugarte to be available for the Liverpool game on Sunday. That's the intention. Meanwhile, Ben has been told to chill. Chilwell is not a Man United target, but I'll give you an update on who is a United target from Chelsea and what exactly his current boss says about him and the possibility of our outcast Jadon Sancho joining the Blues. Welcome to the United of Sport. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. It's been a day full of anticipation, as I'm certain most of you, including myself, by the way, I will not rule myself out. Probably have been worse than all of you. Guilty as charged. That we've all been waiting. Every post from Fabrizio, David Ornstein, everyone. We've been hoping it's a confirmation. I've been, I think, a permanent resident of the Man United website today. Everything that Man United drops, I'm thinking, are these images of Manuel Ugarte finally are doing his media duties completed and done? Well, guys, they're working on this stuff. We've got to be patient. He passed his medical. That's the most important bit. Everything, documents exchanged, the media duties were recorded. He met his teammates, and most probably later today or tomorrow, he will be officially confirmed, because the idea is for Ugarte to be training with his teammates either tomorrow or Friday, so that he's right on time for the Liverpool game at Old Trafford on Sunday. That's the idea for Manchester United. So this is the status of Manuel Ugarte. That's what's happening, and it's possible that he will be available. Now, Eric Ten Hag then has got a decision to make if that happens, because that was the whole intention. Eric Ten Hag will then have a decision to make on whether to start him or not, because Ugarte, unlike some of the players who had not played games for so long, Manuel Ugarte has not is not really so unfit. He's not so unfit. Why? Because he played games in the Copa America, in the just recently concluded Copa America. He was playing for his national team, his Belgian national team, as they finished third, was it, in the Copa America. So you cannot tell me that he's not fit enough. Doesn't have whatever games in his feet and stuff like that. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't listen to that nonsense, because he was part of their last game against Canada. He was manning that middle, donning the shirt number 5. That was at the Copa America. So for me, that's what I hope. I hope Eric Ten Hag doesn't do his usual things of let's wait here, let's hold him, let's wait. Casemiro is there. He could perhaps even call Scott McTominay back from Napoli to try and first play him before he gives us a chance to enjoy Ugarte. I think we'll take him for lunch if we don't win. So anyway, the idea is for Ugarte to be available for the Liverpool game. The decision on whether he starts or not will be up to the boss. I'll talk about that game in detail tomorrow after the early team news. Now, let's get to talk about what has happened today regards other players we're trying to bring in. Clarity needed, clarity given. Man United is not chasing Ben Chilwell. I told you this before when the first report came out that Man United were considering a swap deal involving Jadon Sancho heading to the Blues, and from the men's from London to United, to have both Ben Chilwell and Raheem Sterling. I was clear here in my analysis, and I told you that Raheem Sterling, there could be a conversation because he adds something to United. He's a bit of a solution. Ben Chilwell would just be another added-on player without direction, because Chilwell, the exact reasons he's not wanted by Enzo Maresca are the reasons why Eric Ten Hag wouldn't have him, because he cannot invert himself and add to the midfield. He's more of a wing back, an advanced wing back. That's not the profile of a left back that Eric Ten Hag wants. So it cannot work. That's not how we play our football. We want wingers, or we want fullbacks who can cut into the middle and add to the midfield when we do have the ball. So meaning you've got to be comfortable with the ball. You've got to be a ball user. The way you see Nusail Mazraoui, and on a good day, Diogo Dalot. So that's sorted. So Chilwell, not happening. Now, Raheem Sterling is the one that has got, I hope that he can play for another big club, as he keeps hoping on, enjoying his exploits of hopping from big club to big club. Now, here's the thing with Raheem Sterling. There has got to be a settlement. Whereas he's open to the idea, there has got to be a settlement. Now, United are still holding talks with Chelsea, but Chelsea on their side have got to sort the situation with Sterling, because they owe him about 70 million pounds for the 3 years left on his contract. 70 million. Now, no player in their right mind can just walk away from such huge amounts of money unless you settle them in a way. They can agree on a settlement, and that's what they need to sort between themselves before Man United gets into the mix. Now you can imagine how much they would settle for. But by the time Chelsea are willing to do that, to go into a settlement with Raheem Sterling, pay that amount of money, but maybe not all of it, even if it's half, even if it's a quarter of it, it's still a lot of money to pay for a single player, to pay a single player, shows you that probably the Enzo Maresca doesn't rate him. No wonder he has come out to confirm it, saying that he has spoken to him. Raheem Sterling is good. His numbers speak for him, but he's not the winger who suits his style. He's not his kind of winger. His is more of a Madueke and a Pedro Neto, not a Raheem Sterling. And he has made that clear. Asked about Jadon Sancho, this is what Enzo Maresca said. He confirmed without confirming, or without saying a word, if I can say it that way. Because he said, Jadon Sancho, I know him very well. And if we can get an opportunity to get a player who can help us, we would go for it. But Sancho is not our player. That's a not so smart, I should say, because I think for me it was so obvious that you tell that he actually is confirming that there is a serious interest in them signing Jadon Sancho. But they are aware, Chelsea is so aware that Napoli have not given up. They have not hung in their boots. They are also hoping they can get Jadon Sancho. Why? Because they have today let go of Federico Chiesa after agreeing a fee of 13 million euros with Liverpool for Chiesa to join. He's already in Liverpool to undergo his first part of the medical. So Juventus are also expediting a replacement for Federico Chiesa, and Sancho is top on their list. So there is going to be a late bidding war between Juventus and Chelsea for Jadon Sancho. Isn't this the man above gifting Man United something we've been praying for? Isn't this really the gods of football playing it right in favor of what we wanted? Because, fam, listen, we have wanted Sancho to go out of Man United. We've been praying for this and hoping and believing that it would happen. Now, imagine at the tail end of the summer transfer window, two big clubs looking desperate to sign him. United are saying, come on, come on, Benvenu, come on, come on, come. So it's a beautiful situation for Man United to be in. Where he goes, honestly, it's about him and of course United. Whichever, I'm certain he will be okay playing for either. Uh, I'm certain he would be because they can probably both afford his wages. Juventus's structure is what is a bit not clear. I think for Chelsea, there is no doubt about their ability to meet Sancho's wages. Juventus, perhaps not, but they are thinking of contemplating a structure that perhaps would see them pay a significant part of it. Probably Man United pays some on loan and stuff, which for me would not make the least sense at all. The best solution for me would be Sancho to completely undo and untangle from Man United. And if Chelsea and Raheem Sterling are what are giving us that solution, I would run away with it. I would grab it and run away with it without looking behind. You remember how God told those, who was it in the Bible, who running away from Sodom and Gomorrah? I told them run without looking behind. But the women, how inquisitive they are, they always want to know. She looked behind and she became an ice block or something. She froze and stuff. So I'm telling you, if Man United can just agree on any form of structure, a swap deal involving Raheem Sterling and Sancho going to Chelsea, Sterling to United, run away with it. If they are paying all the money, if they are paying him all his wages, don't ask for the 40 million. You don't care. Just run away with that. Don't look behind because you're being offloaded of a huge problem that was always going to be grow bigger for you. So for me, that's it. So I don't know how you look at it, but you can drop a comment and let me know. So that's what's happening with Man United. It's been an amazing day. Scott also in Napoli and his medical. There's been progress. I think there's been an interesting video that leaked of a Man United supporter giving Scott a bracelet and trying to wish him well. And it was quite an emotional moment for Scott McTominay, as I think he was partying because they knew it was his last game for United. So it's a good place to be a Man United supporter because the clean out is happening faster than Usain Bolt, and it's really being handled so well. So it's a good place really to be a Manchester United supporter. It's a very good place really where we are at. So that's where we are. So what should we expect in the coming days now after Ugarte is done? Because it cannot be all Ugarte until the summer closes. No, we are not done. It's not going to be all Ugarte until the dogs come home. Listen, after Ugarte, there is an expectation that, and I know that Fiorentina is also rather Fenerbahce is also interested in Sofiane Amrabat. But listen, Man United is expected to go back and make one small short stop at Fiorentina, trying to see if they can bring him in to add him to the midfield. Though there is a report I read somewhere that Man United has blown out their cash with the deal they agreed with PSG for Manuel Ugarte, because they've got to pay a fixed fee of 50 million euros. So they are completely out of cash. But I'm certain there could be some money coming in. I'm sure I could even get some little money from Chelsea for Raheem Sterling and add on a bit of some cash for Eriksen, even if we are still stuck with him a bit, because Ajax don't seem to be able to meet Man United's asking fee for Eriksen rather. But I'm certain because what I know is that Amrabat is not expensive. If we want him, we can get him. It's a matter of us wanting him. If we do, we can get him. Then, what about the left back? What about the striker? There were early reports here claiming that Man United were intending to bid for Ivan Toney. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. It's not happening. But what exactly is Man United planning after? We'll talk about that probably in the next video. But I wanted to give you clarity on the status as it has been today, as we do count down to Ugarte's unveiling. You got it? Cheers.